Can you actually build muscle and lose fat at the same time? Because depending on who you're listening to, you'll hear, nah, impossible. Yes, always, only if you're a beginner. And this is where lads get completely stuck. And they're not failing because they're lazy. They're failing because they're trying to solve a problem that's been absolutely butchered. There is no magical body recomposition program. And once you understand why, everything becomes a lot simpler. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why and what you should be doing instead if you do want to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. I'm Connor, and I've been lifting properly for about a decade. I've bulked, I've cut, I've competed, I've done photo shoots. I've also made every mistake that you can make, like getting a bit fat after a competition prep. And I've coached over 250 clients the last 4 years through this exact same confusion that you're experiencing now. Just like Stephen here, who did this over the course of 4 months, getting much leaner, but also clearly bigger. So what I'm about to explain to you isn't theory, it's what actually works from personal experience and from coaching clients. Now, most lads that I work with, they want to feel the same way. They want to look better, but they are shit scared of doing things wrong. They don't want to get too fat on a bulk. They don't want to lose muscle on a cut. They don't want to waste another 6-12 months spinning their wheels, feeling like they're working hard, but getting absolutely nowhere. And the fitness industry doesn't really help. One side screams, never bulk. The other side screams, just go to maintenance. Meanwhile, geezers are just sat there going, fucking hell, I just want to lose a bit of fat and build some muscle. So let's strip away the bullshit. And if this video helps you, clears up some confusion, then please make sure to like and subscribe. Whether you can lose body fat and build muscle at the same time depends on a few things. First of all, your body fat level. Fat is stored energy. If you have excess body fat, your body is going to use that excess energy towards the surplus almost that your body needs to build muscle efficiently and effectively. But if you're really lean, 10 to 12%, your body isn't going to be keen on building new muscle whilst trying to survive on lower calories. However, it is still possible if you're still progressing your training, your diet is set up the right way, but the degrees in which you'll be able to build will differ. It is going to be more optimal, shall we say, in surplus, but still very much possible. Now, just to clarify, the fat doesn't turn into muscle. Stored energy is used to make up the surplus to then build muscle. The second thing, if you're newer to lifting, training is a big shock to the body. So your body goes, fucking hell, we need some muscle to cope with this, right? So beginners can build muscle and lose fat easier than someone that's more advanced. The more muscle you have, the more advanced you are, the more difficult it becomes, even in a surplus, right? So expecting significant muscle gain whilst cutting when you're extremely experienced is unrealistic. But most people are not experienced, right? Most people that have been in the gym for years, they still have an absolute ton that they can improve. Their training program sucks, their diet sucks, their sleep sucks. So you might be watching this thinking, but I'm advanced. You're probably not. But even if someone is advanced, can they build muscle whilst dieting? Fuck yeah. If training is progressing, sleep is solid, your food is dialed in, right? Just don't expect surplus level gains if you are more experienced. Now, here's where most guys get it wrong. They ask, well, how do I recomp? It's a wrong question to ask, right? Because here's the truth. There is no recomp diet, right? There is no recomp training program, right? Recomp just happens due to a properly executed fat loss phase, right? That's it. So what do you need to do? You run a well-structured cut. That means a calorie deficit, non-negotiable. You can't get away from this. There's a calorie calculator for you in the description of the video if you're not sure how much to eat. You need to be having high protein. Normally 0.7 grams to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. Works well for most, right? If you're carrying a bit more body fat, then I would use your ideal body weight. A proper resistance training program that you can progress week on week. Good quality sleep, sensible activity. I like people to be at a sort of minimum of 8K so that they actually get the health benefits that come with being more active, but it's also going to mean we're burning a higher amount of calories on a day-to-day. So for most people, we'll sit between 8 and 12K. And I am also a big fan of everybody doing a form of cardio, whether that's in a gaining phase or in a deficit, right? I don't care if it's on a cardio machine, play a sport, do whatever, right? But if you are fitter, you are then going to be able to train harder in the gym. If your performance is better in the gym, you're going to be able to build more muscle. So if muscle gain can happen, if you're executing the right things, it will. For everyday fellas, it is absolutely possible, right, in a deficit, and something I would expect, especially when you stop trying to be clever, hack science, sit at maintenance and just hope to all of a sudden magically lose fat but still build muscle. You ain't losing fat at maintenance. So pick your direction. Are you going to cut or are you going to bulk? If you want to lose any body fat, you need to cut. There's no getting away from that. And before going into a gaining phase, I would normally always recommend getting leaner first so that you can have a longer gaining phase. Because the longer you're able to spend in a gaining phase, the more muscle you're going to be able to build, right? Rather than getting 8 weeks in and going, shit, I'm fat, I need to pull back. So hopefully this cleared things up and gave you some direction. And if you are chasing fat loss, then go and watch this video here where I break down exactly how I would lose 10 kg before summer.